So in this video, I'm going to stitch out a Noel satin field design on a Gildan sweatshirt. I'm starting off with hooping. I'm using the Embroidex magnetic hoop. This I got off Amazon, and it definitely does make hooping a lot easier. I will say I will need to purchase a few more magnets just because the sweater is a little bit thicker than what the magnets can hold once I end up having to flip out the underlaying materials. But for the most part, I'm very happy with this so far. Definitely has improved my hooping process, and overall I would 10 out of 10 recommend. Now what you see here, I am using the template of the hoop to essentially line it up with my printout so that I know that I'm putting on the hoop as straight as possible so that I don't end up with a crooked stitch out. And then I'm just going to, as best as I can, stretch out the fabric, reposition the magnets just so that it's holding tight and nothing will slip out once I put it onto the machine. Once I get my design loaded onto my machine, I will begin to essentially reposition my design using the arrows so that my needle will end up in the center point of this printout. And that's why I taped it to the design. It just helps me make sure that, again, my design will stitch out within the area that I would like. And then I am going to trace, reposition these clips that I got from the Dollar Tree that are helping hold back the extra fabric. And then again, these are the settings that I'm using for my Poolin EOC06 embroidery machine. And I'm going to trace again. I don't know how many times I traced, probably about 4 times. And then I'm going to add some solvay on top just because, again, this is a satin stitch and I don't want my stitches to sink into my fabric, and it actually has improved the way my stitch outs have been coming along. And so from here, I'm just gonna let the stitch out play out. At this moment, I realized that the needle bar, the little screw that holds the needle in place, was actually hitting the fabric. And at some point, I'm going to attach some tape to hold back the fabric. But even still, with the vibration of the machine, I don't think that it was doing enough. So I will eventually pull out my router just to help push back that fabric a little bit too much, not causing any resistance, but definitely just creating a little bit of a barrier so that the needle bar does not end up pulling that fabric into my stitch. If anybody is wondering, the white magnet you see at the top is actually a magnet that came from a baby lock, cabinet lock. Like I said earlier, I do need to purchase some more magnets just for my own peace of mind that, you know, my magnetic hoop is, you know, securely holding my fabric. But I just say that to say that you will find yourself using unconventional items. Like, you'll see this ruler slip in and out quite a bit at this point as I'm reaching the end of the solvay, just to again help hold it down so that it doesn't slide off. I did tape it, but again, you know, sometimes you turn your eye and your machine will just play in your face and do the wildest things. So don't be afraid to use unconventional items as you're embroidering. And I would definitely say putting this magnet at the top of my hoop It's definitely a lot stronger than the magnets that came with the hoop. So I think it really did a great job at holding that neckline. Now that the machine has finished stitching, I'm going to take it off the hoop and peel off the excess solvay. At some point later on, I'll take a sleeve from another sweatshirt that I have that I use as a tester. I'll wet that and I'll just rub the satin stitches and try to remove some of that excess solvay because it is water soluble. And then I will always flip over my design to the back, and I like to burn the edges of my stitches just to help lock it in to ensure like any loose threads won't be coming loose. And then I'll cut off the excess stabilizer to my liking. I try to cut not too close, but I don't like leaving a lot of excess just because when it washes it tends to roll up. And then here I am again with my lighter, just hitting those stitches just to lock it in place, and we are done. This was a really good stitch out, no issues to report, and I still love my Poolin.